We are back, and it's been an interesting couple of days. Now, selfishly, my birthday is coming up on Thursday. I'm looking very forward to that. The activities will actually happen next Saturday. My wife and I have some fun stuff planned, an escape room. And that might be a date worth talking about in a podcast all of its own. Not a watch along. I know it's been forever since I just spilled the weird ideas that go through my mind, and I do feel bad about it, in case you don't think I do. But Kendrick Lamar's album came out on Friday morning. It's amazing, as they all are. I was tempted to just do a watch along for that episode, or the album for an episode. It's like just over an hour. You guys let me know if that's something that you would be interested in, because I could dive into what he spilled through that album easily one time, but now that I'm on like my fourth or fifth listen, I understand it so much better. But I also discovered Naked and Afraid. I don't know what took me so long to get there, because it is my jam. We're going to kind of fast forward a bit. If you haven't seen it, I love the first season. I think that that's the most authentic that I've seen so far, but there are many seasons. Like, you would think the show has been going on since 2001 or something. We're on season 3, episode 9, Nicaraguan Nightmare. I will have a link. It is available on Disney Plus, Discovery Plus. I'm sure it's available on whatever Discovery Channel it's from. I know it's not a Discovery, like it might be the Travel or the Animal Planet channel. I'll find out. But let's get there. I do have Discovery Plus, commercial free. Yes, you may boo me in your mind, because I'm sure you're not doing it aloud. With that said, let's go ahead and do a countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. And I'll also say I am preparing dinner for my family. I think that might add something exciting as well. I figured out this really nice way to cut green peppers. Or peppers. They don't have to be green. So basically what you do is... Oh yeah, this guy. I don't think he's going to make it. But the problem is with this show, they often have people looking like they've been bitten or attacked by something and they'll need to go home. Almost every time somebody goes home, well, no, every time somebody's gone home up until this point has been because they drank dirty water, which everybody should know you need to boil water to get the bacteria and whatnot out of it. But people, despite this not being the first season, keep coming on this show and saying, oh no, it's probably fine. And then they all get sick.
Barefoot in the hills of Texas, building different sorts of shelters and different ways to start fire and hunting snakes, and that's how we get our dinner.
I'm sort of emotionless about meeting my partner. It's, I don't know, a natural defense I have going into situations I know I can't control or that I don't know anything about.
I make no apologies about liking animals more than humans, because, quite frankly, they're more loyal and easier to trust.
They're only loyal because they don't have thumbs.
I am the apex predator. It's all mind over matter. Anything throws at me, I'll push past it.
My name is Joshua. I'm a gunsmith in Roxborough, North Carolina.
I am the total stereotypical redneck. A real redneck. Ain't afraid to get dirty. Ain't afraid of hard work.
We're rooting against him already. And every man that says that they are able to come on and make a fire or hunt animals, none of them are able to do these things.
Kicked this habit for years. And I think this 21 days right here will definitely.
And some of them have businesses that require people to pay them to be taught these things. And it's like, well, you should go out of business.
Alright, we're coming back now. Growing up, I was always this fiery, determined to myself that I've still got some of that honorary spirit to me, and see if I can overcome that. Because if I can, it just makes me feel like that much stronger of a woman.
Alright, let's light this firecracker.
Being a redneck, it ain't nothing for me. Ain't nothing but another day on the farm. Except this one's a hell of a lot bigger and a hell of a lot more dangerous.
Don't tell me. Tell yourself. You're hearing me cut green onions or green peppers.
If I was any better, I'd be naked. Oh, wait.
I'll be cutting onions soon.
Alright, I love it already. I'm Amanda.
I'm Joshua.
Joshua, nice to meet you. See, you've got the same outfit as me.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I hate it when people match.
Dang it, it took me 5 hours to pick this one out too.
Really? You threw it on in 30 seconds. So.
Of course, men. Immediately we were able to have kind of that banter back and forth and sort of play off each other's sarcasm. So I think that's going to work.
Now don't be fooled, because when people get hungry, that's when they start saying and doing wild
Like
things.
many survivalists before her, Amanda has elected to bring along a machete.
Seeing a lot of misogynistic men
While Josh
and a
is
lot
opted
of
for
women
more,
suddenly
Amanda
like, you're supposed to be a hunter, but you haven't caught shit. And I love it.
My dad always says, if you can't duck it,
This is a redneck's multi-tool. We are going to be clothed. We are
I
going to
love
be
the
shoes.
colors you chose.
I know.
Maybe I can get Joshua to make me some sort of a duct tape bikini bottom.
In addition to their tools, Josh and Amanda were each given a primitive survival rating, or PSR, as determined by a panel of experts in primitive survival and special forces training. While unorthodox, Josh possesses a solid level of basic wilderness skills, but the fact that he is a smoker brings his physical stamina into question.
Damn,
and lowers his
smoking's
score
doing
to a
that?
60.
I will say,
Amanda's limited
even when I was
experience in the
smoking,
outdoors
I
makes
still
her a
had
good
better
medium
cardio than
survivalist,
most.
But her tendency to act as a loner could interfere with her ability to work with a partner.
Don't just lump me into some category because you don't like what I'm doing.
If
How
they're
dare
able
you?
to make it to the end of the 21 days, their PSR will be reevaluated.
We are not a monolith.
One thing that's a little disturbing to me, almost unnerving right now, is the lack of wildlife. I've seen some insects, but
All gonna come around.
And if you're curious, most of the women are attractive, and most of the men are gross. Very Peter Griffin-y.
Scaring them off or something else out there. Ooh, let's see.
What you seeing, Josh?
I've seen tracks similar to that in Florida, where the American alligator lives, but
Okay. Well, we do have some training out here.
Josh and Amanda have been inserted along the southern border of Nicaragua, on the shore of the San Juan River. Here, one of the largest populations of freshwater.
Sure, you guys are hearing all types of sounds from my onions because I was cutting a pepper. Now I'm cutting half an onion. What am I making? Spaghetti.
Territorial spider and howler moths.
Meal prep for the week.
150,000 species of teeming insects, deadly spiders, and highly venomous snakes.
I think I see a little bit of a clearing up ahead. I hate to almost do it, but we're losing light fast. We're gonna have to set up a temporary shelter.
Clouds have been moving
He doesn't
in and out
hate
as
to
well.
do it.
We're only losing daylight, so if this is it, let's get started building. I think I set my machete down over there.
You did.
Yeah.
We need to. Hey, I'll tell you what. That's kind of hard to see. Natural colors. This is rather bright. Let's wrap around the handle.
Make it noticeable.
Yeah, in case we lose it.
Definitely don't want to lose the machete. Make it pretty. I'm super excited. It seems like we both have the same sense of humor. I'm kind of the duct tape queen, so this is gonna be interesting. How do you like this height?
I don't love it.
Angelo here, you're the architect.
You want to cut another one, and we can put it on the other side of this. It makes it a little bit wider. The trunk will be part of the bed if you're okay with that.
Whatever, man.
Yeah. So this is a good one.
It's splitting.
Hold it towards you.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Good grief. It's a brand new machete. Has a factory edge on it, which go quickly. Don't have to exert more force. Do the same amount of work.
I will say I've gotten to the point where I've chopped enough onions
Sucks.
that I don't really even get watery eyes anymore, and I'm probably jinxing myself.
I'm not a big cuddler. I love my personal bubble. So I'm nervous about tonight. I'm not going to be snuggling up on someone just for the comfort of physical touch.
While Amanda
If I
reinforces the
snuggle up,
shelter, Joshua
it's because
fashions a
Mama
duct tape
hungry.
so they can turn
And
their
I need
attention to
that
the next
D.
necessity.
Vitamin D.
And I found some mud down here, pure mud. Woo, water. It's very, very small trickle.
The water gathered in these stagnant pools has most likely been contaminated by nearby plant life, mosquitoes, and animal feces.
Most likely. Animal feces being the scariest one.
Seriously, like really, really wet. I think we might be able to find some water in here.
Because of the presence of carbon in the dirt, digging a small seep well will filter out the many potential contaminants as the water slowly trickles from the sides and below.
Waste a lot of energy for this if it doesn't turn out. Look, look.
It's starting to fill in.
Yeah.
It's just filling in on its own.
Hey, we can make like a little pallet out of duct tape to cover it. Nice.
That's great. I'm surprised. I didn't think it was going to taste near that good. It's a make or break for us. If there's water in the morning, we're going to be okay. If there's not, there is no plan B yet.
Right now, I'm about to.
But who needs a plan B when you can always eat pussy? And it's crazy that nobody's brought that up.
Duct tape and possibly vine. I don't know yet. I feel it's a good gesture of community to kind of help her cover up.
I'm a modest girl. I don't really care to have everything out on display, so I'm very grateful that he put that together for me.
And tomorrow we'll get you some matching underwear.
That would be great. I've already had quite a few things interested in the accessories I have down there.
Fill in whatever sexist remark you'd like. Hubba hubba.
It's a little bit too dark to be traveling to our water hole.
Yeah. Got a bed. We've got some fresh drinking water, and that's crucial to survival. I'm really, really worried about fire. There's not a lot of dry wood to work with out here. That's a priority topic for tomorrow.
So our shelter is listing. It is used terribly. I keep sliding towards you.
We can switch positions if you prefer.
No, because then you'll end up sliding into me.
Okay.
I'm trying to maintain a focus. I can't lay down. Good, I'm sitting. I'm sitting.
I'm not getting comfortable anymore. We can switch positions if you prefer.
No, because then you'll end up sliding into me.
Ow. Oh my gosh. I did a piss poor job on that bed.
Oh, that is good.
It was freezing cold last night, so I first and foremost want to get a fire started and get working on that, so that we're not having to rely on the body heat to actually stay warm.
Keep it slotted.
I'm getting eaten alive by horseflies. Josh was trying to bat him away as I'm working at it, but we're still not.
And
getting
it
fire.
didn't work,
Just
did
right
it?
now.
You ever started a fire like this before?
Not this way.
Nor have I.
You know, I actually am an arsonist, but I didn't think we were going to get into it on the show.
Time to hydrate or die. I really hope there's water in our well.
For sure.
I see our tape.
Kind of a pivotal moment here.
This is we don't have fire to boil our water, this well is really important. Okay.
Ready?
No, I'm scared. It's a Julia moment. Oh my
Wow, look at that.
What'd we catch?
God.
Ton.
Yes, I have our
Oh, it's just water.
challenge
I keep thinking, because I've been watching this show for like 3 days straight, and I keep thinking like, yeah, but just build a pit with spikes and hope that some stupid animal fell into it. Because people go almost the full 21 days without eating. It's a big deal when they kill something, because most of these people aren't capable of killing anything.
Spider monkey.
There's a couple of them.
Right then. It's like that. If it pooped,
That's
if
awesome.
it pissed, like it just did, it would rain on us. It's throwing stuff and laughing at us.
Those monkeys are hurling nuts at us. They were looking for us, hearing our voices, and just chunking these things at us. I mean, they're 60, 70 feet up, and they can throw pretty well. They were hitting the ground with some velocity.
Just be glad it's a rock and not
Too
feces.
much longer.
Seem to be interrupting their breakfast time.
Oh, that landed right in my mouth. That's not a rock. Oh, God.
With just 4 hours of daylight left and nighttime
That's a hot-ass day at 2:47 in the afternoon.
attention to the redesign of their shelter.
The jungle is my nightmare. I literally have nightmares about being tied to a tree in the jungle. I don't like anything about the jungle.
Shelter, and I'm just going down to the straight strips in effort to make a blanket for us to have some warmth tonight. I'm going to put tape going across back the other way when I get it done. So that way both sides are teal, and when it gets cold in the middle of the night, we can have a nice insulated blanket. This actually looks really freaking good.
Now, everybody loses a ton of weight. So take a good look at her. Take a good look at him, because he's a chubby dude. He'll probably have lost 30, 35 pounds.
Symptoms,
She'll probably have lost 20.
they're going to possibly make me a little cranky, but I should be able to control them.
Oh, yeah, a smoker without a cigarette is not a fun thing to be around.
I can't get in the weeds, anything weave. Weaving is not my strong suit.
I wish I could weave. Ah!
I'll sleep on that side.
Yeah, it's fine. Absolutely.
Other common effects of nicotine withdrawal include headaches, anxiety, and nausea.
I'm coming in.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
You laying this way?
Oh no, I'm laying the other way.
I'm excited about trying business.
We're going to go head to toe, huh? So I can smell your crotch and you can smell mine. Like 70 degrees at 2 a.m. is my nightmare. And they're already naked. You can't take anything off. Mmm.
What sleep have you gotten lately?
Couple hours, that's it.
You didn't get any last night?
Oh, no, I didn't get any last night.
Because you were touching me, man.
You have to sleep. Your body needs it. And it's only gonna hurt the team. I know every time I accidentally bump into you in the middle of the night or something, like touch your hand or something, you freak out.
Was it necessary to leave his nipple pierced for this?
Like, I anticipated coming into this not sleeping at night and then just catching a few hours during the day. It seems to be bothering Josh that I have an issue with meeting my bubble, but I think it's weird that I don't want some strange guy that I don't know who's new that I don't want him touching me. I think that's a completely normal feeling.
Much as I want to get on her for being like crazy, I agree. However, make the tent bigger, and then you guys might not bump.
I've tried. Personally, I think she needs to get a straw, open it up, and suck it.
Look at that lovely murky water. Oh, and there are snakes everywhere. Everywhere that they go. I've yet to see them somewhere where snakes aren't present.
When I'm alone, that's when I'm at my happiest. I prefer it.
Yeah, she's gonna die alone. Anybody who feels like that isn't supposed to be around people. Part of me feels like that, but then another part of me really enjoys my wife.
Taking a walk.
I wanted to include my son, but he's not able to be a full person yet, so I can't.
I'm tired. I've been walking for almost 2 hours. I can definitely feel the lack of food taking its toll. It's really shocking how quick my energy levels just plummeted. Honestly, right now I'm running on fumes. I have nothing left in the tank. I doubt I can run a half a mile right now on open land if they promise me steak dinner and beer afterwards. Jesus, this funny ass plants in here too. I see a banana tree
Oh, but I did want to bring up
or plantain.
Switch Sports on the Nintendo Switch, which is like Wii Sports that came with the console. Wonderful. And my wife and I have been bowling our asses off. She is better than me. And since she doesn't really listen to my podcast, I can say that out loud. I probably said it in anger when she was beating me, but it drives me to be better. But I'm not going to stand up and bowl like you're supposed to. I refuse. I sit down. I just need to perfect my lazy man stance. I will at some point. But we also found out we can play online together without having two separate systems.
Kicking my ass.
It's beautiful. I suggest it.
Water weight. It's heavy. All of a sudden, I'm feeling sick. I can even puke right now.
Yeah, you're dying. Look at those spiders. Who wants to see a spider like that somewhere that they're supposed to feel comfortable?
Food is kicking my ass. It's like 85% water weight. It's heavy. All of a sudden, I'm feeling sick. I can even puke right now. I'm not a religious man. But it's come down to the point where I'm honestly thinking about praying. Couldn't hurt, wouldn't take any energy.
Yeah, but I won't do it. And he won't do it either.
Now, but count way up.
Exactly. He didn't pray. There's nothing to pray to.
And the way it is to go. Top of the hill. Come on.
Fuck kind of bird is that?
Hola.
What you got?
I got some plantains. They're not ripe yet. So we gotta wait for a couple of days. And you really want to see the good surprise on my side?
Yeah. You got to be kidding me. I'm so thrilled.
Yeah, you mind if I bump into you tonight?
Supply of nutrition. But at the same time, now we have to worry about all the animals around smelling it and wanting it. I mean, it's plantains and pineapple. Who doesn't want that?
I need to get something.
To drink?
Yeah, definitely. Bringing back all that movie there was a major high. Right now, I'm at a super low. I'm wiped out.
He looks like somebody who's about to vomit.
I gotta stop drinking so fast, man. Make me so sick.
Hey, I called it.
Josh, you've been walking for 4 hours, but you can't overexert yourself. You still have 18 more days left to go.
I just drank my water too fast, that's all. I did have a long hard
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just too much water too fast. That's it.
Here, so it's just not a good combination for taking on a challenge like this. So he's feeling it now.
I mean, he could have stuck a couple cigarettes in his ass. I don't know if you want to smoke those, but
Okay. I'm okay.
I don't think it's cigarettes. Cigarette withdrawal doesn't do that.
His condition hasn't improved.
At my heaviest, when I was a pack a day, I had to go for weeks, months without smoking.
Condition.
Yeah, I wasn't vomiting.
They administer a shot of promethazine, a powerful antiemetic, to try and combat Josh's nausea. Amanda and Josh finally manage to get some much-needed sleep. But soon, Josh's condition takes an unexpected turn. Josh is sleepwalking.
And when does the crew get involved with a sleepwalker? You gonna let him walk out towards like a tiger or whatever the fuck is out there? As a sleepwalker, I feel bad for people who have to deal with people like me, but it's not something we can control.
My mouth is watering so hard at the thought of this pineapple right now. If I wait any longer, I might drown in drool. It smells so good right now.
The pineapple only contains 82 calories per cup. The minerals, vitamins, and natural sugars will provide Josh and Amanda with some healthy nutrition.
That is really, absolutely the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. Damn, it's good.
It's almost like a cucumber inside.
Kind of. I'm eating that way too fast. I need to sit down before I vomit again. And I think I need it because it's a throw-up treat.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of vomiting, not a whole lot of eating, so that is bile.
Hell, that piece of pineapple. Like, whoa. I don't think impulsive in this jungle is the way to go at all. You'll get yourself in a world of hurt real quick.
It would be kind of great to be her, like watching somebody going through the worst of it, and you're like, well, I'm not doing like that, so I think I can do 21 days out here.
I just ate the pineapple 15 minutes ago.
That dude's gonna get you killed. You need to leave. I don't think so either. I think your guts are telling you something. Get out of the jungle. People aren't supposed to throw up this much with nothing in their stomachs.
It's only day 5 of Josh and Amanda's 3-week survival challenge in the swampy jungles of southern Nicaragua.
But this just goes to the point, people think that because they're Marines, there are fat Marines. That doesn't mean you're Superman.
Just say it's a side effect of the cigarettes. I'll slap you.
Unable to keep food or water down, he is becoming weaker with every passing minute.
Dehydration, exhaustion, malnutrition. It's about the best of me. Cannot keep doing this challenge.
What's going on?
I'm going home.
You going home?
Yeah, I can't keep it up. I'm sorry to let you down like this, but I can't keep anything down.
Don't be sorry, you coward.
I tried rest. I tried.
And he's not a coward, but he's not built for this. I'm sorry.
Work.
There's something, you're built different. Something weak in your genes. You couldn't handle being in this environment for 21 days.
Enjoy.
And now she's got to do it alone. She can't be happy, but you're supposed to be a nice person, like, oh, it's not a big deal. But yeah, it kind of is. Now I have to hunt and survive.
He left me. He left me here. And so this is no longer his challenge. This is no longer our challenge. It's my challenge. Now I've got 16 days that I'm gonna have to do alone, and that's scary.
To make it to the end of the challenge, Amanda will have to survive alone in the jungle longer than anyone in the history of Naked and Afraid.
It's my first night alone, and it's starting to sink in that I am by myself. So if anything happens, it's completely up to me. But I don't have to worry about the whole cuddling issue anymore. So I guess I got what I wished for. Maybe I'll get some sleep tonight. Everything seems so much louder. Much closer than they have been.
No rest for you. See, that's when shit gets scary. What was that in the middle of the night? And you don't even have a weapon you can defend yourself.
I have got bites from head to toe, on my back, looking down my arms, everywhere. It's important for me to be strong because I've had to fight for everything in my life. Nothing has really been handed to me. So I know if I can get through this, that there's a ton of other things that I can get through that are a lot less challenging.
The pineapples Josh harvested have rotted in the heat and humidity, making them inedible.
I know my body is needing some calories and nutrition right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat a plantain. Doesn't look like they're gonna.
That's right. Eat that plantain and you get sick. Hopefully she won't. But I think you can put it over the fire and be fine. I hate plantains. I'm sorry to whoever loves them. I just don't like them. They look too much like bananas, but they're not bananas.
That was absolutely awful. But hopefully my body thanks me. Just keeping my eyes peeled to see if I can't find something to eat. Oh, look at that. I found a nice huge almond. Those are super awesome. Yeah, so I haven't had protein while I've been out here, so it'd be nice to get some in my belly. Instead of see it
I had such a dirty joke come to mind. I'm like, oh, protein, because semen, but, you know, that's easy. Low hanging fruit, which she doesn't have.
broke the rock. As solitary of a person as I like to be, I have my limits.
I'd like not to be alone anymore.
I think I'm on just autopilot now. I'm just kind of hanging on.
You know, if you get rid of all the snakes and things that can kill you, I'd be fine for 21 days.
Walls around me.
They would have me on edge, though. Like, that snake is within vision. I find it interesting if you watch several episodes, if this is something that grabs you, whenever there are monkeys around, they prefer to watch us suffer. But if you fuck with them, they'll fuck back. Like, one dude starts throwing shit at monkeys in a tree, thinking for a second maybe he could eat one, and then they knock down a huge branch which could have killed him and his partner.
What the hell is that? Oh my god.
I'm not supposed to be here.
There's just so much stuff. I don't want to talk. I can't do this anymore.
Before beginning a 21-day survival challenge in the jungles of southern Nicaragua, Amanda and her partner were both given a primitive survival rating, or PSR. Despite his illness, Josh's decision to tap out on day 5 will lower his final PSR score significantly. Since his departure, Amanda has been attempting to survive alone in the jungles of southern Nicaragua for what would be a record of 16 days. But with 4 days to go until her extraction, she appears close to her breaking point.
I don't want to take on this challenge anymore.
Jungles of southern Nicaragua for the last 12 days, Amanda has struggled with the mental strain of isolation.
I don't want to take on this challenge anymore.
Hours later, Amanda returns to camp.
I went into my bubble, my defense capsule. That little devil that makes you question yourself kept speaking louder and louder and louder. So you can't just throw the towel. You can't just give up. It's a goal that I really want to achieve.
That's right, don't give up. Eventually, help is coming, which is my biggest problem with the show. A lot of people are just content to starve themselves until around day 21, and it's like, yeah, but you don't know if somebody's going to come for you if you're actually stranded.
I came here to prove to myself how strong I am. I came here to get that drive and that determination back. And if I go home now, I don't know I would ever get it.
Look how excited she is for an almond. No one's ever been that excited before. But she made it to the last day, and I'll give you credit for that. You didn't get bitten by anything or eaten. You made it.
Tired, confused, and dehydrated and non-alert. Do I have enough strength, energy, and hydration to make my way out?
To reach her extraction point, Amanda will need to make her way east several miles into the dense snake-ridden jungle in search of a tributary stream. She will then follow it south through 3 more miles of muddy swamps to the mouth of the river infested with game, where she will have to swim to a rescue boat.
Looking. Snakes and spiders. I cannot catch a break to save my life.
Yeah, it is. That's why they call it the rainforest. I don't remember if they're in a rainforest or a jungle. It just says Nicaragua Nightmare. I'm going to go ahead and assume it's a rainforest. I made it. Big blue bird, fuck you. Yeah, you made it to your extraction point. And that dude was a Marine and had to tap out. Let that be a lesson. That doesn't mean all Marines are soft. It just means that not everybody in a certain profession is what we expect. There have been cops and all kinds of military people on here. People that make their money teaching others how to survive and hunt, who can't make a fire.
The person coming back from this challenge is a heck of a lot more confident than the person going in. And I think that my self-esteem point gets bumped up a little bit. People have always asked me what's the craziest thing you've ever done. And now I have a pretty definitive answer for that.
Over the course of her record-setting survival ordeal, Amanda experienced significant physical changes. She lost a total of 21 pounds. Based on both survivalist performance, their PSRs were reassessed.
What did I say? I said she would lose about 20 pounds. Every woman seems to lose that, and the men seem to lose about 10 pounds more if they actually made it.
Amanda struggled to secure food and maintain her mental composure, but in the end, showed incredible fortitude in making it through to day 21. As a result, her PSR rises from a 5.8 to a 6.3.
So, finally back to civilization. Enjoying being back with my puppies. But we're still healing from all of the bug bites.
I quit smoking. Absolutely still regret tapping out, even though I know it was for the best. But I can do it. I will do it. And I would love the chance to try again.
In the end, Amanda overcame the swampy jungles of Nicaragua and proved she has what it takes to survive alone longer than anyone before her. Naked and afraid.
And just to be clear, it's only men who have left women alone. It's never been, oh, no, I'm sorry. There was one man who was left alone. I fucked that up. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Naked and Afraid. I'm in love with the show, which I still can't believe, because reality television and we did not get along for so many years. But now here I am, old and happy to watch other people discontent. We'll be back, and yeah, pieces.